What's up, everybody? I am actually coming at you the day after I recorded that last one. Quite bright outside. I was driving it around last night and the battery was almost dead, so I was like, oh, and then I noticed actually a problem. Obviously I really like the size of these tires. They look really good, but they do rub really pretty bad at full lock. So the slow crawling, this thing's already not the best, but when you're rubbing like that, it's definitely not what you want. So I'm gonna pull out the Dremel tool, do a little bit of trimming. This is probably just gonna be a quick little update and just show you what the body looks like. Like I said, I really like the scale look, so I don't want to take too much out of the fender off right there and line it up with that. So I'll probably record it just like I did yesterday and speed everything up. So let's get right to it. Okay, so it looks all right, considering I bought some super fine grit sandpaper to sand it down, except for one problem is that fender mounted this rock guard on there. So I'm probably just gonna get some super glue or some JB Weld. I don't ever expect to need to take those off because they are unscrewable. But yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, I mean, from the top, you can barely tell. It's a little jagged, but I'll get that cleaned up. I mean, that's stock, and that's it cut up. So let's make sure that that's enough, that it will not lock so much. And if I need to cut off a little bit more, it's easier to cut some off than to put it back on there. So, oh yeah, you can see now that that clears super smooth. I still might cut a little more off because it's really close. So, I mean, on the rocks, it'll still rub. So I might cut a little bit off the actual hard body, maybe just right where my pinky's at. So let's get back to it, but we are really close. I mean, on the ground, it's not gonna rub, which it was rubbing pretty bad. So progress is progress. So let's get back to it. All right, well, I didn't really want to cut into the hard body this much, but I think I mean, obviously it's super jagged, but it's definitely a good amount more clearance on there. These tires are just huge, so it was hard not to. Let me clean it up though. I think it's gonna look really good. I didn't take too much off. I think I just took just enough to get a little better tire clearance. So let me do the other side. This was the first side how it started. I just started down here on this side, but left all this top part, but it was just still rubbing quite a bit, especially with any amount of flex. If the body was contorted towards the tire, it just wasn't gonna work. So that's what I have it as right now. I still might take a little more off just this top part and this back part, so we'll see. Let's just get back to it. So I did it. The front mount is actually attached to these fenders. So I threw the fenders back on there, but you can see how much more space there is there. I think what I'm gonna do, because I do like the fender look, I'm probably gonna trim them like this, a little more angled. And then I'm just gonna sand this body super smooth and probably glue them back up there. But let's just look at how much rubbish we have here. Oh, obviously with no tilt, no rubbish, we were already there, but I'm curious for when we're on rocks, a little bit, but way less than where it was. So this amount is, it's hard to show you guys from there, but this amount is definitely doable. I mean, there's still gonna be some rubbish, obviously. There's huge tires on there, but a lot less, a lot more manageable. So I'm just gonna clean this up and figure out how I actually want those fenders mounted on there. But yeah, like I said, I'm new to this, so we're just gonna figure this out together. So just get back to it. Well, like I said, the purpose of this channel is actually to help others learn. And a couple things I did that I kind of regret and then I kind of think look awesome. I wish I wouldn't have cut the actual fender part itself first and just went straight for the hard body. I think I knew I needed all of that space in there for these tires. I just really didn't want to cut the hard body. And now that I did, I actually think it looks pretty good. I do want to find a way. I had to cut the fenders off of the body mount here. They're normally attached and then attached again. I cut them off, so I might lose a little bit of body strength, but I don't think that's really that important. And then I want to find a way to put these fenders and attach them up here. So I regret cutting them because I wish I could just put the full uncut fender all the way up here. But I think it still looks super good, and you now have a lot more room for articulation there. It still touches at least pop. I didn't realize 64s were so big. If I could actually go again, I'd probably get some 57s or 62s. But that shock topped out still doesn't touch the body. So I think I'm gonna keep it like this for now and figure out exactly how I want to mount the fenders on there. But yeah, now we got all the room we need. So yeah, looks super good. Can't wait to take it out. Wasn't really expecting to cut the body, but like I said, here to learn. So I still think it looks super good. I don't know, you guys tell me what you think, or what you guys suggest for getting more room next time. So thanks for watching. I think that's gonna be all for this one. On my next video, I might try to figure out how to mount these fenders, but we'll see what I do with that. So for now, thanks for watching. I am all covered in plastic. It's hard to tell there, but I'm gonna go ahead and get cleaned up. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.